It's been 3 days since the wind turned constant. The girl hasn't seen the sun or sky, only the same white wall shifting in every direction. The sled is half buried most mornings. She clears it, checks the harness, brushes frost from the dog's coats, and keeps her gloves moving so her fingers don't freeze stiff. Their breath crusts to ice along their fur, until even their colors disappear. When she pours water into the tin bowl, it hardens before it fills. The compass needle jerks, useless. There's no sound except the wind dragging across the snow, and the low whine of the runners when she shifts them free. No sense of distance remains. No path or map worth trusting. Each hour repeats the last. She focuses on the dogs, feed, check, move, because that's all she can do until the air finally lets go. The tundra runs flat past the limit of sight, a sheet of hard snow pressed smooth by endless wind. Only a few crooked birches lean east, bark peeled and gray. The girl steers her small freight sled between them, following a line she memorized before the storm buried the map in her pack. The air holds at 40 below. Each breath feels like it cuts on the way down. Her clothes are built for drivers and wool canvas reindeer hide, but the cold still works through seams. Frost gathers under her collar, stiffens the mittens. When she exhales, her lashes freeze together until she blinks them free. The harness creaks when she shifts her weight, and the smell of the dog's wet fur mixes with the sharp scent of metal. 6 huskies haul in silence, colors lost to frost. Their rhythm keeps her upright. Every few hours she checks paws, tightens lines, whispers their names just to test her own voice. There's no track, no other sound beyond snow brushing itself. The compass shakes. The radio gives static. Somewhere east stands a relay hut she's meant to reach. Out here, distance isn't counted in kilometers anymore, only by how long her hands keep working before they go numb. By midday, the light weakens until it's more haze than day. The wind turns from the north, driving snow sideways across her line. Ice crystals sting her face, filling the gaps in her hood. The dogs slow, their stride uneven. She recognizes it at once, and the drift ahead has thickened, and they're burning strength with every pull. She stops to check them. Vaska, the oldest, has a split pad. She cleans it with snow, wraps it in a strip cut from her sleeve, and presses her thumb to feel for warmth. None. The cloth will have to do. Her fuel canister rattles light when she shakes it. No more than a day left if she keeps melting water. She notes it, says nothing. The horizon has vanished again, the air turning solid. She loops the lead rope around her waist and steps forward. There isn't another choice. The storm tightens through the night. Wind slams in bursts strong enough to twist the sled runners sideways. Snow piles against her knees, refreezing as fast as she clears it. The ropes groan and the canvas cover rattles like metal. She checks everything between gusts. Paw pads, harness clips, food sacks. Because failure out here doesn't announce itself twice. She counts in measures of movement. 15 minutes walking. 2 crouched to scrape ice from the dog's legs, 1 to check direction. Her breath crusts into frost across the scarf until she can taste it. When her hands stop responding, she presses them to the dog's sides for heat and waits until the ache returns. By dusk, 1 glove stiffens with blood from a cracked knuckle. She ignores it, ties a thin rope from her belt to the sled so she can't drift away if she falls. The lighter sparks weakly, a dull orange that barely holds long enough to melt a cup of snow. She drinks half, gives the rest to the dogs. A pole from her tent gives out under the weight of drifted snow. She uses the sled as a wall, stretches the tarp over it, and pulls the team in close. None of them lie flat. They only crouch and breathe. The air burns when she inhales. Outside, the storm sounds like pressure more than wind, a steady push that never stops. She keeps moving between repairs because stillness means frostbite, and frostbite means loss. It's simple math. Somewhere ahead there has to be the relay post, in a tower, a door, any proof that direction still exists. But for now there's nothing but the white, endless and exact. By dawn the storm stops choosing a direction. Snow moves in circles, grinding itself into fine dust. The girl walks beside the lead dog, cutting the rope free from the sled so she can steer by hand. Each step sinks to her knees. The air feels heavy enough to lean on. Under her boots comes a hollow sound, softer than the rest. Not snow, not ground. She knows it too well. River ice. She pulls the dogs left, but the crust cracks before they shift. The lead dog drops through, front half swallowed by slush. She hits the ground and crawls forward, grabbing the harness strap. Her boots skid. Her arms shake. The other dogs brace, their claws scraping ice. She doesn't think, only pulls until her shoulders burn. For a long moment, nothing gives. Then the harness jerks and the dog bursts free, collapsing onto the edge. She drags it clear, both of them covered in frozen mud. Its body trembles under her hands. She presses her glove to its chest until she feels a heartbeat. Fast but steady. Her sleeve has turned to armor, stiff with ice. She tears the glove off with her teeth, presses her bare hand to the dog's neck for warmth. The pain hits late, bright, deep, clean. She keeps it there until the shaking stops. When the wind finally drops, it's like a curtain falling. The air turns still enough to hear her breath. Ahead, something breaks the flatness, a metal frame, ribs of a tower glazed in ice. She blinks once, twice, it stays. She doesn't call to the dogs or speak at all. She just grips the rope, sets her weight forward and leads them toward it step by step. The relay hut leans under the weight of the drift. One wall split and frozen open. The door won't move. So she climbs through the frame of a broken window. Inside, the air is dry and bitter, filled with the smell of rust and cold wood. The roof still holds. The wind doesn't reach here. That's all she needs. She unloads the sled in order, gear, rations, tools, her hands slow but steady. The dogs settle near the doorway, shifting in their sleep. She scrapes ice into a tin cup and lights the stove with the last of the fuel. The flame catches weakly, then steadies. She waits until the water turns warm and gives each dog a sip before drinking. Her fingers are cracked and swollen, but she keeps working, cleaning paws, drying harness lines, laying the wet gloves near the heat. Small tasks keep the cold from taking space in her head. Outside, the wind fades to a soft hum against the walls. She sits beside the sled and listens to the dogs breathe. One stays still when she calls its name. She keeps her hand on its side until it cools, then lets go. When the fire dies down, she stirs the coals once. The air feels still and real again. The storm has ended. She's still here,